Swallow anything, really.
Yeah, but it's not good for you, is it? That's a theory out there.
No, I swallow gum more than I spit it out.
Like,
and I feel
you shouldn't
fine.
do that. I don't think you should do that. Scouts, welcome back to the We Got the Chocolates podcast. I'm Lee.
I'm Mitch.
And I'm Andrew.
And it's great to have you back with us for a post-match beer in your ears. Strap yourself in for some education, some sport, a sprinkling of pop culture, the things that would be dominating our group discussions on the balcony this week. We Got the Chocolates. That's a win, Gode.
Love it.
Still not growing on you.
No, I don't like it.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
I really like it.
That's good.
I'm starting with
I'm
the story.
sure we'll get used to it eventually.
Yeah.
I'll start with the story. And you know how a couple of weeks ago on the podcast we were talking about pickup lines, or pickup lines got sent in to us, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, you might say. And we had some pretty rogue ones. Had an experience on the weekend as well where, got to experience another pretty rogue one, in fact.
Personally,
well, it was used not really on me. It was more used as like, here's a great one for you. Recognised from the We Got the Chocolates podcast, you'd be pleased to know.
well, that's great. Well, it'd be a shame if you weren't recognised because you were wearing We Got the Chocolates hat, a shirt, pants, and sunglasses.
That's right. And a wristband.
Yeah, saying I'm Lee.
That's right. So they walked into to a karaoke bar, in fact, and recognised they were on a Bucks party, these guys. They were excellent value, in fact, really entertaining. And one guy came up to me and said, I've got a pickup line for you. I was like, okay, no worries. I'm actually probably don't need it from you, but it's fine.
There you go.
Yeah, off you go. He was like, no, I've got to show you. And I was like, that's very weird. But I mean, also, we've come this far. Show me.
Sure. Yeah.
So he went to one end of the bar. I went to the other. And he went like this with his finger straight down the barrel with just one finger sort of beckoning at me. And I was like, well, I mean, obviously if I don't go, I'm not going to hear it. So I'll have to go over.
So,
Went to him and he said, I just made you come with one finger. Imagine what I could do with two. I mean, again, I can't imagine it's ever
No,
working.
I think this is the argument we had last time. It's like none of these work. Except maybe your boyfriend material t-shirt. That's fantastic.
That's
obviously.
That one, yeah, that's a clear winner.
Great, yeah.
But again, it gave me a good chuckle. So I thought I would put it up and not put the joke.
Put the joke up, obviously. Yeah.
So I thought I'd put it up on social media. And in a We Got the Chocolates first. I don't think we've ever done this before. I've actually got dual, I guess, social sin bin.
Okay.
I can't find the little.
We've got 10 minutes in the bin here. We've got a bin.
Gets the 10 minutes in the sin bin.
So I've got dual sin bins, and the reason being that we've posted like those stupid pickup lines before as a social media video, and they're obviously it's quite obvious that I think anyone that tells a pickup line is not actually expecting to be like, oh man, that works
that
so
worked.
well. Like, that's just turned me into a dating guru. Yeah. Unbelievable. Like obviously the main objective of them is to be funny and take a piss, I would think. Yeah. Hence the reason I made the video to sort of say, this is quite funny. Yep. And just some of the responses and comments, like Helen featuring plenty of others, immediately no, sick face, I would run a mile if a guy said that. And like my issue is if a girl is at a bar and a guy starts beckoning with one finger, a bloke that you don't know, and you go over to them
to hear him
say that, I reckon it's probably like too late. Like you were obviously attracted to him enough to go when he did his weird beckoning fingers.
There's probably another response with another finger that she might have been able to give back to him.
But you're giving that, when he starts going like that, you just go, no, thanks, mate. See you later. So you're not even getting to the part where they say the stupid pickup line. If you do happen to go over to them, it probably doesn't matter what he says because he's probably got the best eyes and face in the world and he's going to pick you up regardless.
Yeah.
So that was my first issue.
Sure.
Then Leanne got slightly more personal. Revolting, grown man sending a message to the young and impressionable on TikTok. The world is stuffed. I thought, well, I mean, it's not a TED talk. No. It was just a story, something that happened to me.
I think like we're actually putting it out there because like we actually agree how stupid it is. As well. Like it's not like, oh man, you guys should try this. This is going to work. Like you've put it out there because it is fucking ridiculous.
Yes, exactly. Good one from Master of None. There's a minute I'll never get back.
Yep.
You also spent another 30 seconds commenting.
Yeah.
But well you did save a lot of time by not using any punctuation or grammar. So congratulations on that.
You should change your last name from of none to Beta, and that'll be.
Get it, Skin?
I did, eventually.
Serious but stable. When you said the best pickup line you heard in 20 years, I thought it was going to be funny. I didn't even say that.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
said the best pickup line of all time. so that's poor listening in the first place. And then one social uplift where we just give people some praise. I thought this was elite from Just James. Does it matter which finger
Not
you
Just
use?
James.
No, Just James. Does it matter which finger you use? Asking for a friend.
Okay. Yeah, but can I just piggyback off that? People are bloody sensitive with that sort of stuff. Remember during the week I posted that thing for mine and Eloise's 8 years birthday, and someone commented accusing me of being a proper misogynist for cropping her out of the photo.
Yeah, that's right.
Eloise made the post. It was literally her
You
idea.
reposted it.
Yeah, it was her idea. She was like, we should do this Adam Reynolds thing or whatever it is. Ryan Reynolds.
Adam Reynolds plays for the Broncos, mate.
Yeah.
And season over, unfortunately.
No, the Ryan Reynolds thing, she thought it was hilarious and made the post, and then a bunch of women got on there about how misogynistic I am. I was like, okay.
I think
It is, yes, you're right. I read that. It was like, I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we guess won't solve that one. But yeah, let's go on to some housekeeping. Hey, I've got a couple. Nice.
Just if you're watching on YouTube, count how many times you see the fly into screen.
Yeah.
you might be able to do a YouTube cut off of like all our eyes when we're not speaking. Seeing this fucking fly like rolling around on top of people's heads.
She's very distracting.
That was a really good story, Mitch. What were we talking about again? I was watching this fly. Mitch, on the count of 3, name your favourite Drew Barrymore film. Don't even think about it. 1, 2, 3.
Go on the distance.
Oh, that's not. That's why'd you choose that one?
Well, mate, I was just thinking how important it is tonight that we put in our best effort and last the entire duration of a full podcast episode.
Yeah, good point.
Skin. Also, our friends at Steady Freddy actually have a product that can help you last the full duration of well, maybe not an episode, but unless you're a little bit more forthcoming, I guess.
Well, interesting lingo. I guess.
Yeah, that's poor choice, but yeah, no, probably keep the cameras away for that one. You don't need to record it, but you do, of course, need the Steady Freddy delay spray.
And guys, it's really important because Steady Freddy are actually bringing the conversation of men's sexual health into everyday life.
Great addition, gang. And of course, the delay spray is for guys who experience premature ejaculation or just want to last a little bit longer in the bedroom.
And it is medically backed and created by Dr. David Reiner.
And often the delay spray is actually bought by females or partners who are wanting to, spice up their life in the bedroom as well.
Yeah, makes sense. That sounds familiar. But thankfully, the guys at Steady Freddy are giving us shock ledgers 15% off when you head to steadyfreddy.com and use the code WGTC15 at the checkout.
Yep, Steady Freddy for longer lasting sex. And let's get on with the episode.
Anyways, a couple of reviews here sent in from listeners.
Oh, we love reviews too.
Yeah,
don't
we
we?
love them.
Yes.
I love reading them.
Yeah. So if you haven't already, please take the time to send in one of your own. And these, obviously, 5 stars, no brainer. First one.
You've put the font in for
obviously.
Or have you not read it?
No, I was just deciding whether or not I was going to read the name, and it was I Love Poop.
Okay.
So you decided
yeah.
Honestly, you shouldn't be reviewing our own podcast, mate. You don't have to review it. You're on it, mate.
That's my bloody first Hotmail email address.
Anyway, so I don't know what his actual name is, but he says
It could be that.
American listener here, no idea what y'all are talking about most of the time, but it's strangely addicting. It's like when you get a rogue tater tot in your order of fries. It's a pleasant surprise.
But potato tot is a potato, Jim. I'm 99% sure.
Yeah, but American listener here.
Yeah. Just for the people who didn't know what a tater tot was, mate.
Gotcha.
All of us did, so you haven't helped them out.
No, mate, we've got probably 24 million listeners, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
That's gone up significantly since last
That's
week.
like when we had 5,000.
they've all listened to 0.1 episodes each.
But they only start in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, so that's that. Another one here from Chris Scales or something. The podcast delivers the best last 10 minutes in each episode of any show out there at the end of the day. Great people. So.
That's a bit of an inside joke.
And by the way, I'm glad that Chris Scales weighed in here, Skin. That was good.
Very good.
It's actually
Good work, Skin.
Yeah, definitely Chris Scales. I
Beautiful.
was worried I'll rush through reading that.
Lovely work, Skin.
Thank you. Still got, don't you have something else?
No,
I
you
don't
don't.
think so. No, I think I'm all done there. So
Yeah,
we're on to
we're on to the joke. I've got the joke today. But before I get to the joke of the day, do you know like lettuce is like $10 at the moment?
Why was that?
Well, just cause. I actually think it's like the delivery supply. I just can't. I don't know.
Supply and demand.
Yeah.
So the
Why?
supply chain.
Why would it be?
Well, the boat that was delivering ran into an iceberg. Shouldn't affect Elton John too much, though.
What was that?
He's more of a rocket man.
Come on, Mitchell. Skin. Guess what time I rang Lee to tee that up this morning?
He's trying to ring me yesterday.
Why?
Just to make sure I did my part. And I was like, just to be clear, you've called me so that I rehearse my lines, which are, why is that? Three times. So, yeah, maybe you got that. Like, yeah, why is that?
I think I can manage that. There you go. That's very good gear, though.
Yeah,
Why is it taking you 100 odd episodes to win?
No. You happy to let us finish?
Yeah, please.
It just keeps giving. Did you know that was another one?
I got it, yeah. When it stays on like a nice trend like that for a long period of time, I generally end up
Remain with
catching
us.
on. Yeah.
Skin.
You're a trendy guy.
I got that too.
You got that one too. That's good. He didn't. All right, but the real joke of the day, which is probably not going to be as funny, but anyway, we'll keep going.
Yeah, we've just killed it. We probably should have done that.
No, that's fine. This one's sent in by Luke. We love our jokes, don't we?
We do. Yeah. Here you go from Luke.
G'day guys, Luke from Caulfield here. Big fan of the show. I have a joke for you today. It's an oldie but a goodie from my old man. A bloke walks up to a Mr. Whippy ice cream truck and with a sore throat asks, "Can I have a double scoop with chopped topping?" The attendant makes the cone and before handing it over asks, "Crushed nuts?" And the bloke responds, "No, laryngitis."
That's very good.
They're two of the great jokes.
Yeah, that's
yours
really
and
good joke,
yeah, obviously your skin as well.
Yeah,
That's good before.
Yeah.
You told that one about Egypt a bit before. That was good.
That was good.
That was good,
A
actually.
few weeks ago now. But
By the way,
Keep sending the jokes in too. I thought,
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I had to say. You go. You do your bit
please,
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, now I'll start.
Yeah.
Speaking of lettuce being really expensive, which was that last joke sequence we did.
Gotcha. Yes, nice segue.
Did you know, has it ever occurred to you or have you ever noticed how expensive chewing gum is?
No.
In the shops?
No.
I went through the self-serve checkout yesterday and obviously got unexpected item in freaking bagging area about 25 times, and in between that,
Oh, yeah. Why is that such a bloody shambles?
No,
What the heck?
you just need to be better at it, I think.
We need to be better at it.
You need to be better at doing it. Just take your time.
what do you mean?
Like, that shouldn't be too hard for you, Per, to take your time, you know. But you should
Mate, what do you want from me? I scan it, I put it in the fucking thing.
No, you scan it, wait for it to go green, then put it. You put it in, then wait for it to go green, then do your next thing. It's pretty simple.
Right,
Honestly,
okay.
no
You know
one's
what
ever
blows my
told me that.
mind is when I put something on the scales, I weigh it, scan it, and then move it to the thing, and it says unexpected item. It's like, you know how much it weighs. How are you surprised by how much it weighs?
Well, that's because something else has hit the bloody scales.
Chris Scales.
Chris Scales.
Anyway, what I was saying,
yeah.
I looked up and I saw this side. I've just got to consult my notes here because I took a photo of it, not on my iPad, Michael. I had my phone. I just transferred it over. Yeah. So it said 10% off, right? 10% off, and it was still $4. $4 for a 46 pack of chewing gum, normally priced at $4.50. Yep. Just want to let you know.
That works out. Yeah.
Are you going to name the brand, or are you happy to leave it?
No, we'll leave them out.
Yeah, nice.
I'm sure
they
go.
do.
They do a fantastic job for the product that they sell.
There is actually one brand that will get named.
Yeah.
That does seem excessive, doesn't it? Inflation just running at all-time highs. Yeah.
Just want to tell you, Skin, you're a
all-time,
mathematician here. I've worked this out. This took me a long time. So $4.50 generally for a 46 pack of chewing gum works out to $6.25 per 100 grams.
You read that off the thing. Under fine print underneath the price, it says this is the per 100 grams. 100%. You didn't work that out.
But the other 8 examples worked out. Look at this. And I mean, this is genius. I didn't write this next part in. Who hijacked my segment? Who's done that? Was that you?
Well, none of us can edit it, so it was you.
Oh, yeah, no, I did definitely dump a screenshot in there.
Someone hijacked my segment. I've been ambushed.
Skip that. That's a screenshot.
Okay. Anyway, I just thought that's ridiculous considering you can't even consume it or you can't even eat it. It's basically just you're chewing it, right? As a comparison, $4 also gets you a 250 gram packet of cherry tomatoes, working out to be $1.60 per 100 grams.
The best type of tomato.
You're also chewing them.
And eating them.
Right.
You can swallow them.
You can swallow
Good for
gum.
sustenance.
Swallow anything, really.
Yeah, but it's not good for you, is it? That's a theory out there.
No,
I swallow gum more than I spit it out.
Like,
And I feel
you shouldn't
fine.
do that.
I don't think you should do that.
Yeah, I'm sure you shouldn't do that. But you're still here. Yeah.
I'm still here.
Carry on.
I mean, you're only young. Anyway, it should be a good day tomorrow.
Yep. Why's my stomach so sore?
All right, what else have you got?
Also. A loaf of bread going at 37 cents per 100 grams.
Nice.
Pretty consuming.
Happy to pay that.
Block of cheese, $9.90 for a 1 kilogram block. Works out to, how much would that be?
That's 99 cents, isn't it?
Yep, 99 cents. Good Macklemore line. So 99 cents for a block of cheese.
Yeah,
but
so
obviously
I'm
you
following
need, the argument is you need fresh breath, and none of those things can give you fresh breath. Well then, a Listerine bottle of mouthwash works out to be $1.10.
I can't
100 millilitres.
Where the fuck this segment's going? Just telling us prices at the moment.
Of wonderful people.
Yeah, obviously. We're getting paid by all these guys.
Colgate toothpaste, so you can just go and brush your teeth.
Yeah,
for
Colgate sells plenty of money.
Great people. You can grab them for $1.94 per 100 grams.
Right.
But something, if you do want something that's in your mouth, it's going to be fresh breath, but also last for a long time. There is one company that Gode refers to quite often on this podcast that he knows are wonderful people, and they actually completely bring this argument completely unstuck because a Fisherman's Friends packet I've written down for you here. $2.25 for a 25 pack, working out to be $9.80 per 100 grams.
Oh my
And worth
God.
every penny. Absolute. I would pay $5 a packet without even fucking a shadow of a doubt. Honestly, they'd queue COVID these things, I
What kind of
reckon.
Floyd Money Mayweather are you?
$9 per 100 grams.
$100
Yeah, yeah, I just gave
Wow,
them $10.
you're just throwing them around.
Can we some cash these in?
I'm rich.
Tell you what, boys, that'll be lasting me my drive home.
Yeah, but yeah. Thank you, mate. Lethal, can I hijack your segment again? I did have a screenshot up there about, I think Wrigley's did some study about it increasing 68% or something. But I read through this, and the first thing I thought was about other ridiculously overpriced things in the grocery store. Has anyone ever looked at Saffron?
It's more expensive than gold.
Yes, it's stupid. You can. I was, I don't know, a couple of years ago, whatever, like cooking up a paella or something. Saffron was a key ingredient, so I went to Woolies, grabbed some saffron, as you do. I'd never bothered to look at it before.
We get it, you're rich.
No. I approached it.
Quite the contrary.
It's sitting at
Since buying the saffron.
I did not buy the saffron because it's stupid. I just had a paella without saffron. But
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You can't have a paella without saffron.
I had a paella without saffron.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what I had the other day. Spaghetti bolognese. Forgot the pasta though.
Fine. The bolognese is the saucy part. The pasta's the pasta.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what-
Sorry. Had this bloody beautiful sandwich the other day. Egg and lettuce. Fantastic. No,
No
bread.
bread, obviously.
No bread though.
Saffron is not the key ingredient in paella. Surely it's rice. Anyways, point
crucial.
is, saffron, $1,440 per 10 grams.
Not even 100 grand.
Not even. No.
I mean, that's quite a light price, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah,
Saffron.
quite a light product, but quite an expensive one as well. So,
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
can get, you can get imitation saffron for like about $3 a packet.
yeah, I saw that, but decided it would be worse than real saffron, and no saffron would be better.
It's the most wrong thing I've ever heard in this whole podcast.
I apologise. Anyways,
Moving on. Thanks again.
alrighty, I think I'm up next, and I'm somehow leading this segment despite knowing very little about it. But
It's the same every week.
There isn't much
apparently, yeah, no, not a lot to it. Apparently, so State of Origin was last week. We recorded on Monday, released on Thursday. So I just had a great rave about how excellent the Wednesday night game was and all these things that happened. And apparently, we were surprisingly accurate. And when I say we, I mean you too. I obviously would have contributed donuts, I imagine.
No, you did contribute
saffron.
something, and you were the wildest. You were the widest of the mark.
Oh, great.
But we'll get to that. Here's how it went.
It was last
by
night
the
for
time
those
you're
listening.
listening.
Yes,
Yes,
last
of
night.
course.
Or 2 nights ago for those watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, congratulations to Queensland on that win.
Yes. Caleb Ponga, what a player.
What about that?
Queensland won.
Queensland won. Don't know what the score was, but Callum Pongan threw a delightful cutout pass for the last
that
try.
was
wasn't
He
it?
actually had a hand in 2 of our tries, actually, I think I found.
Did he? What was the other one?
He threw a ball to Cobbo, which bounced Cobbo, ran down the sideline, kicked inside. Dang Gode.
I would say Cobbo's done a lot more there, surely.
Line break assist.
He threw a ball
so
into the
just-
ground, it bounced, someone caught it.
No.
What are you talking about?
Line break assist, Caleb Ponga. Whippy, try time.
He picked up Caleb Bogger's mistake, ran the fucking
Yeah, it's
the
a
field,
mistake.
kicked it 7 times.
Well, I keep picking up your mistakes about fucking Saffron as
What do you
well.
mean? He threw the pass into the ground.
Well,
What do
you threw
mean?
your
He threw-
Paella. You may
he
as well
threw
throw
this
your
really good
Paella
pass.
into the ground.
Yeah, he threw this
But
really
that's
great pass and
Saffron.
it bounced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he was aiming at the ground.
What he means is Callum Ponga touched the ball 3 tackles previously. Had a big hand in it.
P. Whippy.
But no, that last pass he threw was loose. That
was good.
That's a very good ball.
A few New South Wales fans saying that it was forward, which is ridiculous.
No.
Also. Anyway, and then second part.
But also, no, it's going to be sad when we don't hear Ray, but Matty Thompson, I'm sure, will do a great job. So
Yes. And did last night, obviously.
that's not. Oh,
Obviously, great people.
how about that call that try that Queensland winger scored to win the game?
To win the game after the buzzer. Yeah.
So, I mean,
You
skin
took
pricked
it. You
us.
took it too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
with the after the buzzer. But apart from
I
that,
tried to get too niche, didn't I?
Yeah, we genuinely dominated aside from that, really.
Did go down to the buzzer, though. I really thought at the very end there that Blues player was going to score, but
You
didn't
didn't
happen.
even get my bits about fucking Brian Toto and Daniel Tupou, did you?
No.
You had one job today, apart from obviously this whole thing.
All those other ones.
Yeah.
What did you say about that?
I said they'd run for over 350 metres combined.
And they did.
Oh,
do that?
Mitchell, of course they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
I probably should have got that. Sorry.
That's pretty straightforward. But anyway, we're still learning. I mean, you've got the rubber bands on now, so we're all good.
I was just trying to get some saffron from down the shop. Somebody had to visit the bank.
Mortgage off the house. Well done. A bit of... I thought it was still going.
Another great segment.
We are the best. Oh, I guess this is my
We
turn.
really
I mean,
should have swapped those
Yeah, I know.
segments. Why did I introduce the origin?
You may as well keep going. You're on a roll.
No, you're all over it, mate. Just take it.
Yeah, really
launches
good.
into
Yeah.
it.
Just keep helping each other out here, guys. That's the thing.
In the AFL world, Bailey Smith from the Western Bulldogs has had a photo taken of him with a illicit substance, shall we say. It's sort of just been circulating the last, 5-6 days, lethal, something like that?
Yeah, I reckon. Because he was already suspended for 2 weeks for headbutting someone.
Headbutting a bloke.
And so then it just randomly came out that he, had obviously this has been circulating, probably about nearly a week.
Nearly a week now, probably a bit more than a week by the time this episode comes out. But it was a photo of taking him with some white powder after last year's grand final, where of course the Bulldogs lost to the Demons over in Perth. So we thought
Just another example of these things magically coming out again. By the way, just this video
that's
footage.
A lot of people don't seem to assume it's happening now. It's from bloody months ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
People just keep this sort of stuff on their phones and just sort of wait for moments, I reckon. It's quite... I think we've had that discussion before, haven't we?
It's the same with the Tom Morris thing.
Yes, that's what it was. It was.
in the media,
And in the Tim Payne thing, we had that discussion a few times.
And it does seem weird that that like Bailey Smith just randomly, headbutt someone in a game, heat of the moment, suspended for 2 weeks. Little Geelong supporter not happy with it, and the video makes its way onto the internet somehow.
I'd imagine with that headbutt as well from Bailey Smith, given his head of hair, it'd be quite a soft headbutt. I would have said.
You would think to the biggest mullet in the game.
Tickled.
The reverse Michael Kelly haircut, in fact.
Take your hat off. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You got the same haircut.
Oh, nice. That looks good.
How's that?
No, it looked good.
Oh, nice.
Keep the hat on.
That's actually better.
That looks
Got the
fantastic.
itchiest nose of all time,
Oh,
too.
God, you said nose.
Who knows where we would have
Yeah,
gone
exactly. But anyway, we thought we'd open it up for maybe a little social sin bin. Our second social sin bin of the evening. Do you want to do the thing again?
otherwise.
Or
Just the double. Oh, yeah.
yeah, you've been
go
going.
on.
That's
Go
good.
on.
You're on a roll. I can't.
10 minutes in the bin here. We've got a bin.
Gets the 10 minutes in the sin bin.
Beautiful.
Good. No, I guess I wanted to pick out a couple because, no question, the AFL does have an illicit drug use policy, which is different to a performance enhancing or doping policy, right? Where we know, obviously, doping is, well, we think about what happened to the Essendon ages ago, where basically stripped of all points and Brownlow taken off Joe Watson.
Yep.
So it is different to recreational drug use. So they do have like a 3-strike rule where basically you go first strike, $5,000 fine, and have to go to mediation with the inside the club and education, etc., etc. Second strike, you miss 4 games. And then third strike, you miss 12 games. So there is like definitely a process to it. So there's chat that Bailey Smith will get a first strike from the AFL for what's coming out. The other thing I like about these things is they always, like these videos always come out and then all the news and stuff can never say, oh yeah, that's what the substance is. They're always like with a white bag of laundry powder. It's like, okay, nice. So
It's just talcum powder. He's got bad,
so you
bad
could, like,
scafe,
that's what's so weird about it. Like you can never actually because they don't get tested. Like that's not a test. That's a video that's come out.
Gotcha.
So they're never actually allowed to fully say, oh yeah, no, it's definitely done taking this.
Isn't
substance.
part of that policy as well that, like, I think I can't remember if it's first or first 2 strikes, is all meant to say, like, private,
Hush,
like,
hush,
not,
just the
not
first.
public knowledge?
Just the first, then second strike, it gets publicly announced.
Right, okay.
The first one, not even the club has to know. If you test, then the club doesn't necessarily have to even be told.
so no
either.
one,
yeah.
Which is interesting.
Which is weird, yeah. But anyway, basically, Bailey Smith, who the reason that I think that this leads to a social sin bin is because since Bailey Smith was, those video and photos surfaced, he's come out and said, look, I was in a really, really dark place in my life after that grand final and leading up to it. I've always struggled with sort of some of my own mental health things, which many people do. But this is, yeah, this is basically, hopefully I know it's not the right example and no, it's not something that we want kids doing. And sort of came out and said, I'm not trying to make an excuse, but kind of made an excuse, I guess. And in that said, like, you know, my mental health
he described
was not
like the time that he was going through and stuff, like having a tough time with mental health. I don't know, I wouldn't say he was making heaps of excuses. Like, he fully owned that he did the wrong thing and he wants to work better and be better and do the right thing. I thought it was a pretty good statement, really.
Yeah, I was quite impressed. No, completely. Sorry. I meant that it looks like an excuse for these people on social media that I guess the comments I'm going to read now. So people like Ash, like, you know, lost the grand final, takes drugs, and the excuse is mental health. Sorry, the mental health in brackets excuse is used far too often. And then so true from Chris, if genuine, they wouldn't be running around on a footy field. And I'd just like to make mention of the fact that lots of people with lots of mental health issues would do day-to-day tasks all the time. That's sort of the point. Like, how many conversations have you had where you see it's horrendously sad about this person, we've lost them to suicide or whatever, and people go, oh, they were the happiest people, or we never thought to ask how they were going, they just looked normal all the time. So I don't think you can necessarily say if his mental health was bad, he wouldn't be playing footy, because lots of people go through their job still having mental health. Yeah, exactly. All the time. And the whole thing is, mental health is just about, you know, it can be the way you interact with others, it can be your mood, like it's quite an encompassing thing. It doesn't just necessarily mean that you present as really sick and don't want to exit your room ever. And I think there's a little bit of a stigma about that. And then, you know, like, only deeply ashamed because he got caught out, and to blame it on mental health insults those with real mental health issues. And there was just so many comments like that. And I guess the reason that annoys me is because as a society, and I don't know if these are the same people, maybe they don't like it at all, but we make such a big deal about Are You Okay Day, and it's not weak to speak. And there's so many things happening in that men's mental health space in particular to say, come out and speak about it. And this is someone like a kid, a 21-year-old, that's come out and said, I wasn't in a good place, and spoken about it before. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like they're accusing him of lying and making it up as an excuse. He spoke about it like this time last year, earlier than this time last year. He's been talking about how he struggles with mental health. Like, it's not unheard of. No, exactly.
The counter, I guess, argument, lethal, and we had this discussion today as well. That, like, you know, give the work that I deal with a lot of people with lots of different mental demons, whether that be PTSD from fighting world wars and you know, working with the NDIS and, you know, all types of sort of intellectual, you know, issues that they have. That, like, that comment that I think Shane made, where he sort of said, and to blame it on mental health insults those with real mental health issues. I think, from my perspective, you can, to a point, you can sort of understand that. But my whole perspective with this whole thing, like, even if you are thinking that in regards to, like, okay, like, there are people with, we call them real issues, and we don't, like, you know, we call them big mental health issues, but no one knows exactly what Bailey's going through either. So is there a need for someone to actually comment on it? And I think the answer is no. Regardless of what opinion you have, I don't think you should be commenting on something you don't know enough about, I think.
No, I agree. And I don't think, like, how can you define someone who's got real mental health problems? Like, just because he's got a good job and a good career and he's like probably living a lot of people's dream doesn't like mental health is a health issue. Like, it's not. It's got nothing to do with your how successful you are.
And that's the argument that they're making. And, like, you can sort of see it. Like, you know, people will often say, well, is there more pressure being a professional athlete and $500,000 a year or whatever is compared to, you know, a dad trying to look after two kids on a $55,000 a year? Like, is that more of a battle than that? And, like, on the surface, you might think yes, but you don't know what this person's going through. You don't know what this person's going through. You don't know what this person's going through. I think that's the issue. So I think it's best to actually be not commented on by the public. No. I reckon, regardless of what opinion you have, like, because every chance that might be as hard as that or harder than that, but I don't think commenting on it actually doesn't help. Anyone.
That wasn't another one I saw yesterday. Like, people are like, oh, they play AFL, it's a dream job, it's the best thing in the world. But if you're like, could someone said, oh, if you're a chippy and you rock up, you know, and the boss finds out that you're into recreational drugs, then you get sacked. But, like, also, who is taking a photo of a chippy on a night out in a nightclub? Like, no one cares. You're a random chippy. That's the whole point that goes with being a professional athlete.
Yeah, it's like you're just held to a totally different standard. Like, it would be phenomenally common. Like, I don't know, like, people, like, a lot of people would probably do it. He just gets held to a completely different standard because he's in the public eye. It would be, and I mean, not to say that he's got a tough gig, but, like, he's a 21-year-old kid, like, and he's like done something like that, and then people are all having a go at him about like the influence that he has on young children coming up. Like, you wouldn't have any idea. He's a young kid. Like, that would be a big responsibility, even if you're getting paid $500,000 a year. Like, that's certainly not zero pressure.
No, and that's the thing. I mean, we had the same, I guess, point, but sort of slightly different angles. And like I said, there's so many different pressures in the world, regardless of what your living status is and all that type of stuff. Like I said, like it'd be fucking hard being a single parent on $45,000 a year trying to raise 2 kids. That for me, that's pressure. Yeah, and that's real. That's fucking hard pressure. But we don't know what has happened in this kid's life as well. Regardless if he's on $400,000 a year, like he might have had parent. You just don't know. So like my whole thing is like, have your opinion, fine. Don't post it. Yeah.
And it can just be encompassing of so many things. It can be your life experiences. It can be your genetics. Like it can be your family history. Like there's so many factors that contribute. It's just so hard to go.
Yeah.
I think that whole thing's a myth. Like that's a real mental health issue versus that's not a real mental health. Like I don't rate that. And I think
it's too high level. Like you need to look at it from at an individual's level. Like, sure.
I think, again, with both social uplifts, but this one a bit more serious. Josh Murphy, I read this comment, like in all probably in that social sin bin segment, the reason we find so many negative comments to so many people who want to criticise others, and I found this in amongst all of it, and I thought that is the most amazing thing I've seen written on the internet, potentially. And it says, the naivety here in the comments on mental health by trying to kick this man for being open and honest about his life and where he was at. And it shows how far we've got to go in Australia as a society to understand how people cope and deal with their demons and with what mental health actually is. Tall poppy syndrome in Australia is our biggest social issue. He's a man, he's human, and he's owning it and being vulnerable. That's real courage. Wanting to kick him down further like you have never made a mistake in your lives is atrocious and more shameful than what Bailey has done. Try empathy, love, and understanding for a story or person you don't really know anything about. Mental health is unique and needs some support. And people need some support. That's the best way to meet those for anyone suffering. Meet those needs for anyone suffering. Read that out horrendously for the last 3 lines. Yeah. It was also not written that well. But
no, there's a lot of words in there.
Lengthy piece.
Nearly as good as me.
Comment. Yeah. I don't know if I'd go as far as saying best thing on the internet. There's a lot on the internet, but that's right up there. Very well done.
Sorry.
And I like the little
Facebook
twist
comments.
on the social sin bin. Finding a little positive light. Nicely done.
Social try.
Social try.
Oh, yeah, not a sin bin, but
not a sin.
Good.
Try.
We're Australian.
Lovely. Well done.
Good try.
Beautiful.
All right, this is a segment we've been talking up before a couple of weeks. It is the Give You a Listening To segment, and that is basically a segment that we invented just as a way of getting you involved in the show to a higher degree. We've had some fantastic voice messages sent in over the last probably 3 weeks, and similarly to the jokes, we're getting a lovely backlog there to work with. But let me get fresh on the buttons here and just show you the exact ones that we had come in. Buying some time here. And first one comes in from Minnie, or as we like to call her, Gode and I, that is.
Mouse.
Or Appleus. What did you say? Cooper's kid.
That's what good, well done. That was good. Do it louder so we can hear it.
Here we go.
Hey guys, Minnie here, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Nice.
I just wanted to know what your favourite scene from Forgetting Sarah Marshall is. Thanks, bye.
Wow.
What a flick. What a flick. Yeah. And that's what I love about this segment is it can just be a random thought that pops into your head and you just go, I wonder what the boys would think of this.
Yeah. Okay, I've got one, I think.
Okay.
Okay, so it's where Jonah Hill is like delivering like the something to Russell Brand and and Sarah Marshall. Yeah. And then Russell Brand sort of turns down and he just sort of like really subtly goes, I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly what
Oh, no. I think you've got to say it because I think I know what you're going to say. I've never actually seen the movie. I just know this one scene because of, I'm sure it's your favourite scene in the movie. So go for it.
When Peter like has made the mistake, and obviously Mila Kunis, whoever her character is, Rachel, I think, tells him to go home. And then he's sitting there and he's playing the piano and like he's trying to get his musical off the ground, but he just plays "Everybody Hates You." Everybody wishes that you were dead. Peter, you suck. Peter, you suck. And just continues down that road. I mean, it's very
good movie.
And then his other one, Russell Brand, when he hates the shirt.
Yeah. Take my eyes, but not the shirt.
when they spill red wine on it, he's like, I think I've improved it, if anything.
You need to watch the movie.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
So the
Great song,
Simpsons.
though.
What else have I got for you here? I think we had Sav.
Hey guys, Sav here. I just wanted to know what your favourite emotional ballad is to belt out in the car. Let me know.
Oh, nice pause for effect.
Right.
But she maybe she wanted us to put an ad in that pause.
And Sav Skin, any nicknames for her? Cab Sav, obviously.
Battered.
Battered Sav.
Battered Sav.
I haven't got it.
Like a that you get at the show.
What show?
Like a
Echo or something.
like a what's it? There's another word for it.
I've heard it, but I've never.
Yeah, it's like there's
like
the
a-
other word for it. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
like
The
a
other word
dog,
for what?
Pluto
pup.
Pluto pup.
Oh,
That's a Battered Sav.
gotcha.
Yeah.
That's horrendous for the diet, I would think.
Yeah.
Nah, not great.
Deep fried
No.
sausage. Right. All right, there you go. No, I've got nothing.
emotional
I'll think
ballad.
of something maybe at the end of next week's episode. I'll come up with a pun for Sav.
Yeah. You want to go this first person or you want me to go?
Oh, the emotional ballad. Yeah, sorry, I forgot you asked a question.
Come on, Mitch.
So I didn't even really know what she meant at first. So I Googled emotional ballads and Landslide by Fleetwood Mac was obviously first.
Okay.
And rightfully so. Great
What's
song.
Landslide? Which one? How's that one go?
Couldn't tell you. Good.
Landslide by Dixie Chicks is a good song too, actually.
It's the same song, but
Yeah,
Fleetwood Mac did
Fleetwood
it
Mac,
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm a terrible singer and not going to do it. But then also I had a backup. Four Non Bonds or What's Up. I love.
Oh, great
That's a
song.
tune.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've probably got that one somewhere here.
Yep.
One
You
on
are
one.
busy.
Oh man, I'm just on the tools here. This is a Skin song.
Nice. That's it.
Like that.
What's going on? Never understood why it's called What's Up though, and not What's
Well,
going on.
It's probably in a
What's going on
verse
would've been-
somewhere.
What's going on would have been too long to
copyright
fit on the
issues.
album.
Oh,
Yeah.
that you reckon?
Maybe.
Well, no. Well, Oasis had a song, What's the Story, in brackets, Morning Glory. I mean, that's slightly longer, I would have thought.
Yeah, I still say that every morning too.
You're going well then. Just been using the product.
Thanks to the sponsors.
Mine's. I've got a few. The first one is easily Hootie and the Blowfish. Anything by Hootie and the Blowfish, I reckon. Let Her Cry though. It's a really good song by Hootie and the Bluefish.
I think I've probably got that.
You've had that.
Yeah.
It's your ringtone.
Oh, yes.
That one.
That's a good song.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
That's
beautiful.
a good tune.
And I think Pearl Jam, when they ever do a ballad as well, like Just Breathe's a good tune by Pearl Jam as well. Have you got that on there as well?
What's it called?
Just Breathe, Pearl Jam. This is good podcasting watching you type into Spotify.
So I've been pretty quick though.
Yeah, no, you're going all
And
right.
you're good on Spotify as well.
Spotify.
Oh, we're not going to say that.
I don't know. That's what you want, but
Great
what's
people.
this one? Who's this? I should probably go somewhere in there.
Let's just breathe.
I honestly don't know that song.
No.
Do yourself a
Pretty
favour.
nice, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll listen to that.
There's a couple, but there's a few. Tracy Chapman's got a couple of bangers too, doesn't she?
Yeah, that's true.
I
actually.
just essentially know Fast Car, which is
Nah, it's not even her best one, I reckon.
come off it.
My one I used to sing with Isaac Johnson all the time, I reckon, and this was in the
people.
car. Actually, great people. Yeah. And it was by Kelly Clarkson, and it was Piece by Piece, the American Idol version. It's unbelievable.
me,
Listen to
this.
this. That is a tuna Mornay ad rice. That's good, real good. She like starts crying during it on American Idol.
I don't blame her. Her ears were fucking bleeding.
Good song. And hello to Kelly if you're listening. Gode actually loves your music.
Yeah, I do actually.
Good gear.
Behind these hazel eyes, there's a bloody heavenly man. That's a Kelly Clarkson. Come on, be better.
I'm trying. I was going to say that listening to that little snippet had big flashbacks to Delta Goodrum's. Like she's got a song called Brave Face or something. That was I used to get around
Your
that.
Brave
That was-
Face song.
That was Mel Gibson's Braveheart. That was
Oh yeah, that was also a good speech song. Yeah.
Is he singing that? Yeah. That was a musical, I think. Braveheart. Freedom.
that was George Michael. Freedom.
Is that John? Yeah, that is exactly it. Yeah.
That was good.
All right, here's James.
Right, I've got kind of a two-parter question for you guys, but they're pretty much related. The first one is I have a very long corridor at work.
Oh, the corridor.
Just to walk from the entrance to the back, and my office is at the back. And I have every single day I go to work, I have to walk down this corridor, and I'll see my co-workers coming up the other way from the back, heading towards the entrance exit. Now, I I find myself looking every which way but forward, because the moment I see them, I'm like, well, I don't want to say hi if I'm 40 seconds out. You've got to get close enough. So it's not like you say hi and then you have a very long, awkward walk until you can like actually properly see them. But you don't want to leave it till last minute either. So at what point do you be like, oh yeah, hi, how are you? And the same thing for holding doors open.
You want me to stop on that?
Yeah, I reckon. You got to work that out.
Work that.
Yeah.
I've put that
Any
on
big
pause.
theories? I'm not a great man to take advice from because I've got
So he's
the social
saying,
skills
just
of a rock.
Sorry, James, you did a great job, but just so I know that I've got it in my head. He's saying that his corridor is very long.
Yep, he
so
said
he doesn't want to be like, hey, mate.
Yeah.
And
you're walking towards them and getting closer.
Yeah, actually, that is awkward to be fair.
Yeah. I wonder how close he is to them. I reckon that has a lot to do with if they're like tight.
Yeah, well, that's what he's asking. Is like, at what point?
No, as in like if they're close friends or something. Because you're just repeating the question he
How
asked.
many meters, Cody? That's what he wants to know, mate.
He's asking the question. He just said,
What happens is you get a tape measure out.
okay, James, I've got a play for you. Here we go. Here's my play. Let them walk past you. And then call them back.
Yeah.
Hey, mate, sorry, I didn't see you there. Like, pretend you're on your phone.
I reckon it's crucial he has headphones in from now on.
Okay. All right. Yeah, well, I was going to say normally I leave it as late as possible, and then it's pretty much just as you're passing them, you say, hey, but then it's like if someone says, how are you going? And they're 5 meters behind you.
That's
now, it's
even
like,
worse.
Oh, fuck, what have we done? But then the other option is, I reckon, go early, like little acknowledgement, like raise your eyebrows, give one of these
nod the
ones
head.
or something, like, nod the head, nice, like real early. And then when you get closer, say, hello, how are you going?
Yeah.
Like 5 meters maybe.
And obviously, first, just check that there's. Oh, Michael's got a theory.
You've got something. No, this is good.
Come on,
Turn him
Lucas.
on.
I was going to say,
What type of podcast is this?
I was going to say, you do one thing one time and then just keep doing the same thing. So I'm thinking, make it really obvious. So you go on like a high five or something. You do it one time. Every time from then, you're doing it. I mean, it depends how many people are in your workplace.
Yep.
But if it's only 5 or 10, you do
He
something.
works for himself. That's why he waits so long. Like, oh, there's no one else in the corridor.
Hold the hand up from 10 meters away
yeah.
and then just high five every time.
I like it.
Okay.
And then maybe on like the 10th one, like too slow.
Just to celebrate.
Yeah. And then once you've been working there for 3 weeks and you're sick of high-fiving everyone, just hand in your resignations. I'm obviously not going to stop now.
And obviously, James, just check behind you as well to make sure that they're not like waving to someone behind you.
Yeah,
That's
good
done me
point.
plenty of times too. Like, oh shit, you didn't mean me. Well, that makes sense. We'd never spoken to each other before. And then it continues.
Right, I've got kind of a two-parter question for you guys, but they're pretty
No,
much
really,
related.
that's poor podcasting.
Oh, that sucks. That's a real shame. In fact,
I think I know what it was. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's
actually, I know
how
what it
long
was.
do you hold the door open?
That's
for someone?
exactly what it was.
It was indeed. Yeah, I mean that's poor by me. That was a quick.
If not, I made it up.
No, it genuinely was that. I listened to this last night. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, that was the question. How long do you hold the door open for someone? If they're like, if they're 10 meters away, do you stand there the whole time holding it open, or do you just not hold it at all, or what's the deal there?
I think there has to be a form of chivalry involved in regards to like if
What is it really cold?
yeah, get it shiver. Yeah.
Got it.
And
Nice.
when you're holding scotch as well, shivers regal.
Nice.
Great people.
If they're looking. I think if like if you're a man like holding women, children, hold it for however long it takes. Within reason.
Within reason.
Yeah. Like if I'm walking in front of him and I see him, I'm fucking locking it.
And by him, he meant me, by the way. Just, I'll just check back in with James here.
When you're holding a door for like 10 seconds whilst person's, when they do that kind of like awkward run and you're like, okay, well, actually, I probably should have just, but then sometimes I know someone's walking my way and I'm like, oh, you're a bit far away, but then I don't leave the door open for them. I find myself having to walk even faster on the other end, so it looks like I was further away than I was. So, how close do you have to be in the corridor to say hi to someone, and how far away is too far to not hold the door open for someone?
Okay. Well, we've done the first one. I love that.
Yeah.
I reckon, and then
He's thought about it really hard.
he must be bored.
Yeah. I think if you don't hold it, you don't need to speed up, mate. It's all good.
I reckon.
No one's going to hate it.
I like that. I reckon run away. Sorry, I'm really in a rush.
What about for elevator? Same sort of principle though, but there's button.
Just walk in and press the close button. Say, I want the elevator myself.
No, I reckon the best bit is if they do get close, like pretend to like you're opening the door.
Oh yeah. That's a good
That's
point.
what I'm
Elevator.
No, I have done that. Yeah.
Elevator, I reckon you're on your own. If you can stop it before I can get the doors closed, you're welcome to join me.
That's true.
I'm not holding it for you.
Yeah.
You're a bad person.
Yeah. That's right.
No,
I'd hold a
yeah.
door open though. Mainly because I'm trying to do less work. So
what do you mean?
So like, if I can hold more time from me out of the office because I can just hold the door for everyone, then I feel like productively I've had a better day. And by productively, I mean...
Well, how about actually do some fucking work? That might make you feel like you've had a better day.
The opposite of productive.
Yeah. I've tried that. Doesn't work.
Okay, good. Me too. We're on for you are in for a tweet. Didn't even say it wrong this time.
Wow.
And, yeah, I know.
How long does that take?
Are you doing this thing?
Yep. Right.
That's it, isn't it?
No, sweet. And you know what? On tonight's scene, I think we've had a really positive theme. So I've tried to find something a little bit positive for the tweet of the week.
Wow.
That is very unlikely.
I'm feeling really happy. We're starting early. You know, it's like only like just before midnight, so it's pretty good. Yeah. But no, it's the Socceroos qualified for the World Cup this morning. Sorry, 3 mornings ago.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice. 3 mornings
What a
ago.
performance by the Socceroos.
Yes.
And congratulations to the goalkeeper.
Yes, well, it's sort of funny you say that. So this tweet's from Adam Peacock, who I think still is at Fox Sports. Adam Peacock? I'm fairly certain he's at Fox Sports. Anyway.
He was at Australia Zoo for a while, but I moved back.
No, that was bloody Sam Cassowary. You do it.
We're not lying.
I don't have one.
We're not lying.
Just say a first person's name and then say like his last name like a type of bird. Yeah, it's like, bloody Dom Magpie, bloody great fella.
Okay.
Do that. Right, we'll wait.
Andrew Crow.
No, you suck. That's actually someone's last name, you idiot.
That was an early Crow.
Could have said Russell.
Yeah.
What's some kind of kid? How did I not think of Russell Crowe?
No, that's his brother. He was also in Gladiator, a small part.
He also gets stuck in a lot of leaves, Russell.
Pop culture.
There's some sort of
So what happened was in the soccer, so Matty Ryan, who's normally the goalkeeper, like got subbed off for the penalty shootout, right? And like you sort of think like, you know, chance to be a hero, say the penalty, but he got subbed off, who's also the captain for another goalkeeper who's quite a good big mover and good at saving penalties. So Adam Peacock has tweeted, special mention to Matty Ryan. Didn't know he was going to be subbed, got subbed as captain. Minutes later before the shootout, was pumping up Redmayne, who was the other keeper. No surprise. When egos were being handed out, Matty was far, far away. What a legend.
Oh, good tweet.
Yeah, good tweet.
Egos have been
when egos were being handed out, Matty was a long way away.
That's
Love
nice.
it.
And that was the same for me, except when Magnum egos were being handed out, I found them delicious. I would be getting very close. Great people, obviously.
Oh, good people. You know,
I don't think Magnum's the actual company.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're probably owned by someone.
Yeah.
Cornhead or something.
Chip it a couple of bucks here and there, maybe some product.
Do the podcast eating an ice cream.
Great people. What's that on your
Beer
shirt?
and ice cream, my favourite.
It's a spider.
Also at Australia Zoo.
I didn't realise Peter Everett was here.
Skins no jets
No
again.
jets.
That sucks.
Look up
Peter Everett.
Everyone look up
Peter
Peter
Everett.
Everett. His nickname was Spider.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. That's nice.
Rightio, that's another week at the Chocolates podcast complete. We welcome you to be a part of the Chockies crew and get around us on the socials or get in touch at the website.
Yes, that's wegotthechocolates.com.au and all the socials, you know, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all that sort of stuff. We're just We Got the Chocks, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Email things to...
We Got the Chocolates.
We Got the Chocolates, of course. Thanks. Sorry. And podcast-specific things emailed to hello@wegotthechocolates.com.au.
And don't forget to head across to YouTube, watch the YouTube videos, comment them, and in great news, within a couple of weeks when I figure out how to use YouTube, I'm going to be commenting back.
Yes.
We're trying to sort
that out now, so we should have it done by about September.
It shouldn't be that hard, but
it should have been. Apparently it is, yeah.
We'll get it out by the next Melbourne Cup with those prizes.
Tell me we don't still owe people prizes.
So many. Couldn't know more people prizes.
Well, if you could get us some merch, we might be able to give some
stuff. To be fair, no, in saying that,
what did we offer them? Surely we had something there when we offered them.
No, we offered them nothing. We just said there'll be prizes.
Yeah, we just made it up
when we filled that void.
We just assumed there would be prizes, but there wasn't.
We were going to give him like tufts of Michael's hair, and then he shaped it all off, and they were cooked.
How do we plan so poorly? I can't.
I don't know, because we did like the Melbourne Crate ran on like Tuesday, obviously.
We thought about it on Monday.
Yeah, we put the post up at like
about it on
Tuesday at 9 a.m. and about 8:40 I said, I think a Melbourne Cup sweep's a good idea. We've got some prizes, don't we? And as I was typing it in.
As he's posted it, yeah. I think we have prizes. It was in the caption.
Perfect.
Anyway, we're all up to it.
Who cares?
Surely we're wrapping up.
No, who cares anymore? They've stopped listening.
From Gode, Mitch, and myself, thank you so much for listening. We love making this. We're very glad that you listen. And remember that there is something infectious about having a laugh, isn't there? Remember that was a review.
That was a review.
Yeah, that
of your
was.
mates. I think you should do that every week.
Okay, I'll just do that one now.
Yeah.
So there's something infectious about having a laugh with your mates. And if you are doing that, you are absolutely getting the chocolates. We love having you here. We'll be back this time next week. And as always, good luck in the future. It's numbers.
Well, that's the podcast. So what the hell are you still doing here? Go and get the chocolates, you marvellous beast.